Families sharing meals in their homes. Imagine the sound of laughter, the smell of fresh food, and the sight of busy streets. Now, imagine all of that disappearing. No people, no sound, no movement, just an empty village covered in snow. This is the story of Zashiversk, a village that was once full of life but is now a forgotten ghost town. Zashiversk was built in 1639 on the banks of the Indijurka River in Yakutia, one of the coldest places in the world. At first, it was a simple fort. Soldiers lived there to protect Russian explorers and traders. Soon, more people arrived, and it became a real village. It was a busy place. Traders came from different parts of Russia and the Far East. They bought and sold fur, valuable animal skins from sable, foxes, and other animals. People made a good living from hunting and trading. For many years, Zashiversk continued to grow. More houses were built. More people arrived. It became not only a center for trade but also for government. It was a very important place in Yakutia. But things started to change. People hunted too many animals. The number of sable and foxes became smaller. With fewer furs to sell, trade started to slow down. Merchants stopped coming, and some people left. Then, in 1803, something major happened. The government decided to move its offices to a different place, a town called Verkhoyansk. This was a big problem for Zashiversk. Without the government and without traders, there were not many jobs left. Many families decided to leave and start a new life somewhere else. The village started to become smaller. But it was not empty yet. Some people stayed and tried to survive. Then, disaster struck. A deadly disease called smallpox spread in the village. Smallpox was very dangerous. It spread quickly from person to person. Many people got sick. There were no hospitals or doctors to help. People tried to take care of each other, but nothing worked. Many families lost their loved ones. Houses became empty. The streets became silent. More and more people left. By 1898, Zashiversk was completely abandoned. No one lived there anymore. Today, Zashiversk is a ghost town. Snow and ice cover what is left of the village. Some old wooden buildings still stand, but they are broken and weak. There are no people, no voices, and no warm lights in the windows. Only the wind moves through the empty streets. Nature has taken back the land. Animals now walk where people once lived. Only a few explorers visit to see what is left of this lost village. Many questions remain about places like Zashiversk. What was daily life like for the people who lived there? How did they survive in such cold temperatures? Historians and archaeologists try to find answers by studying the remains of old villages. They search for tools, books, and other objects left behind. Every discovery helps us understand the past a little better. Some old stories from Yakutia talk about villages like Zashiversk. The elders say that these villages were once full of brave and hardworking people. They built homes, raised families, and worked together to survive. When these villages were abandoned, their history was almost forgotten. But stories keep their memory alive. Even though no one lives in Zashiversk today, its past is still important. Why is the story of Zashiversk important? It teaches us about the past. It shows how people lived in one of the coldest places on Earth. It reminds us that things can change very quickly. A place that was once full of people, laughter, and life can become empty in just a few years. Even though Zashiversk is gone, its story is not. We can still learn from it. We can remember the people who lived there. We can think about how hard life was in the past. We can also ask, how many other villages like this have disappeared? How many more will be lost in the future? Zashiversk may be forgotten by most, but it is still a part of history. The next time you hear about a lost village, think about the people who once called it home. Imagine their lives, their struggles, and their dreams. They may be gone, but their stories remain. If you liked this video, please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. We will bring you more interesting stories about history's forgotten places. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.